residents. We are here today with Tushar Chanda in our Know Your Neighbor section. Tushar is a multi-talented personality with equal interest in fine arts, theatre and music. Let's get to know him better.
Thank you, Anindita. It's wonderful to be with Tushar today, residents. As you can see at the back, we have some phenomenal, spectacular paintings displayed, and these have been created by none other than Tushar Chanda. Tushar is a resident of E Block in CR Park. He has grown up in the colony, and he has been in the social circle for many years, where we can remember him from his childhood to where he is now. As a young boy, he used to go to various music functions, and I used to meet him in various programs and functions that used to be organized within CR Park or even outside of CR Park. And then of course the other talents have sprouted as he has grown up, and now we see him all over the colony, all over Delhi, in all the social circles, all social gatherings and functions of the Bengali community. He is very active in theatre, in music, in drama, in of course in art, as you can see behind us. So we'll have a very interesting chat with Tushar today. So welcome to the show, Tushar.
Thank you. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
So how did you start off, Tushar? Tell us, take us through your childhood. How did you get to know this? I mean, how did you get to realize that you have this huge potential in these art forms, in theatre and music? What made you come into all this?
So firstly, to begin with, I would want to say that what you both are doing is extremely amazing, and I know these two people like very closely, and my heart felt reverence and love to both of you. Thank you so much for having me. To begin with, I think I would say I since childhood had a very deep instinct towards art. I mean, I would say I'm being fortunate enough that I have been in a Bengali family where I have such a close connect with the core of Bengal culture, the paintings, the Durga Puja, every festival, every music, Tagore, everything is just within me. So I think I don't know if I can say anything extra, but I think it's just God somewhere was given a little bit of iota of some bit of talent to me, and I am just each day with the numerous amount of gurus who come in my life, I'm just all the day exploring and trying to get better.
Amazing. I mean, and he's such a down-to-earth boy that I think that only itself will really show him the way in life. The path that he has actually started off, because of his humility, because of his extreme reverence and respect for elders, love for his colleagues, his friends, and for the younger generation. In fact, come to think of it, he has actually also started taking art classes for young children. Tushar, tell us something about that.
Yes, so I would want to thank my Isho, my uncle. I would say that I have seen him very closely since childhood. I used to take the drawing classes, and I used to also somewhere understand the age where I am in. With my practical experience, I have seen teachers who just tell certain things up to their level, and then they get back to their work. So students are unable to understand that bigger picture. So what I have felt, so I can connect with that age group very nicely and can make them understand. I can probably break it down to the simpler words, what perspective would be or what balance is. So now when I start teaching them, so I get these compliments with the grace of God, that they understand my approach of teaching them, my way of making them understand what I also used to face during that stage of my life. So that way I feel I'm very, I'm able to at least teach them. So there are a lot of people who come in, and there are like age groups from like aunties to kids and all of them, and they come here, they sit, and I'm able to give them the knowledge which I have, and I'm glad that at least they are able to balance themselves and they learn for sure. I hope for the best.
Wow, that's an amazing feat where he has students from 8 to 80, I suppose. That's amazing. I think all of us should really be inspired by his amazing talent of reaching out to people, with connecting with all sorts of age groups of people, which very few of us can actually do it. But Tushar, when you actually paint, I see amazing, stunning paintings of gods and goddesses behind us. Whom we revere, whom we worship. So, is aesthetics of Sanatan Dharma, what is that your inspiration?
So I think it really depends on the first time you open your eyes. Not in terms of physical opening your eyes, but in terms of realizing what is around you. So I have been extremely fortunate again, with the grace of God, that the whole culture of Bengal has deeply. I'm submerged in the beauty of it, to be very honest. There's this temple which is very, very famous, Kali temple over here in Siapa. So there's this very, very mini Kumarpuri which happens, construction of idols during Kali Puja, Durga Puja, all the festivals. So I used to go with my dad when I was a kid, and we both used to go and used to see all the idols out there. So I used to ask him questions: why those 10 hands? Why that buffalo head? What's the snake doing? What's up with Trishul there? So he used to tell me all those stories, the mythological stories, whatever knowledge he used to have. So they used to really, a child like me, a soft, interested mind. So it used to deeply impart it used to bring curiosity. And imagine a woman, that powerful with the tribhang, the posture standing, defeating the demon. So all these used to, I don't know how much you all will be able to understand, but it's the beauty which I can see. So even Kali, the black goddess, open hair, but yet so ferocious, but a motherly figure. It's so beautiful. So they really give me those goosebumps when I even sit, paint. So of course, I have all sorts of other topics as well. Like I go for feminine figures, I go with sceneries, beauty, all of those things. But yes, deep now, the religion, or I might say the spirituality up to that level, which I have in my brain, really gets to these canvas. So lucky in that.
I think the faces of your portraits or the paintings are really very beautiful. They're like so calm and so loving.
Yes.
The love is there.
They depict the motherly love, among in the ferocious beauties or the ferocious deities that we have, that we all worship. I think you only bring out the serenity, the femininity, and the motherly aura, in your paintings. That's what we have noticed.
Thank you.
And at the same time, we see the Chandi roop also in the paintings. But when you look at the eyes, they just overflow with love.
There have been, again with the grace of God, it's just God. But again with the grace of God, I would want to say that, I have these, grace of God, that, I made a painting of Saraswati, during the lockdown, and there was this Saraswati Puja which was supposed to happen. So for an artist like me, I think I would just say it's a painting. But when it got placed in a temple and it got worshipped, and we were giving those anjalis and people were coming, they bow down, they were worshipping. So for a moment I was in a trance where I was just thinking that it's a painting for me, but they could see Devi within the painting. So that for me means a lot, it means a lot, I would honestly want to say. Because, it's just a painting. So there was another experience where I made a Shiva painting, and it was just in my house. So there was this very, very close friend of mine who came in and just saw the painting, and it was like this. The moment she saw the painting, she was like this. So it means a lot that they can, it's an art piece, it's just some stroke of brush, but they can see what I could try to, bring in my canvas. So if they are able to relate to it, means a lot to me.
Absolutely, because that's how, when we worship, we either worship photographs or we worship, idols. But how do we worship? We, instill the pran pratishtha. We do the pran pratishtha in the photograph or in the idol through the ghat sthapna. That is how the worship is done. So it is irrespective of the medium. But what we are revering, what we are worshipping is ultimately, end of the day, are we able to connect with the Supreme Power through that medium is what matters. And if you are bringing that out in your work, then I think your job is done. You have achieved as an artist. And also you are revering the Almighty through your paintings also. That's also a sadhana. Because sadhana is in all forms. It's not only when you're sitting in front of a deity and you are meditating. That's not sadhana. Sadhana is in music, sadhana is in art, sadhana is in everything. How you are able to connect with the supreme form, right? So coming back to your life, Tushar, so you also delve into a lot of theatre.
Yes.
How does that come into your scheme of things, and how do you keep yourself occupied, and then in spite of you get time to eat or sleep?
So I think something which I can say, which is off screen, that this was supposed to happen. Like I think, it took a long time because of me. So I am to blame because I'm extremely busy. Such a kid over here, but very very busy and trying to cope up different things. So this was supposed to happen today. So thank you so much for that. Again, I think it will come back to something which is expression, art, expression, dance, expression, creative expression. So I have been, again, with the grace of God, had that sight which I think many people around me I might not, with the grace of God, but I do see certain things in certain perspective which others might not. My family, for that matter, they might see a work or an expression, be it art, anything. They might say, look at it and wow, and they might leave and continue with their life. But it kind of impacts in my head because I see that what is exactly. So when I for the first time I think I watched Chokhe Wali, which was Tagore's extremely amazing film. That movie is just not a movie, it's expression, it's human emotions, everything so deeply rooted, and if you can see each scene by scene, it's so beautiful. So, that all those expressions, they deeply, had an impact in me, had inspired me. And I have been again fortunate because CR Park is very, very culturally driven. They are all doing something or the other. Each house is either into music or painting or theatre. So again, fortunate enough to get in some groups around here, trying to learn. I'm not an expert at all, have no expertise in that field at all. But yes, try to impart what I'm able to see. Try to go through it. So trying my best with the theatre thing as well.
I've seen some of his plays on stage, and he's phenomenal. I think he's just being very humble, but I think that's also a very, very big quality for any artist to be successful in life. So, yeah, absolutely.
Sings very well.
Yeah, and then of course coming back to his music, you also sing phenomenally well, Tushar. You are part of several music groups. So you do group shows mainly with your group.
Yes.
And on what sort of occasions do you really perform? And do you also sing solo, or what sort of presentation performances do you do?
This is a running joke in the family, but my father actually never wanted me to be here. Like he always thought that ये hobby रहे तो ठीक है. But he always wanted कि गाना गाए, because if you sing, there are millions of people who are hearing you and they love you. But painting is something which is very intimate. Might be it takes time to evolve and get that success. But music is something which is like snap, people will hear you and they get that. So since childhood it has like left and right. I am painting and I'm singing simultaneously. That used to be in my life. So I got my training in classical music. I love Rabindra Sangeet a lot. So I have been singing. It's from my mother. She in her days used to sing. So I think I'm taking it a little bit forward. So yes, I perform solo, absolutely. Up to an age, I have been since childhood, when it was like a danda system. So you have to go and you have to sing, do this competition, do that. So I was like, no, I don't want to go. But my dad, it's all thanks to my parents who have guided me, made me, forcefully go in competition, sing. You used to be the judge, so very closely I know these people out here. That's why. So I used to learn, understand, not in my mood. Again, trying to understand. Dhire that came in my bloodstreams, and now I know what it is. So at least I would say I know what it is. So with time now with the groups, because they don't take juniors, they take seniors who are matured enough who understand how the rehearsals are supposed to be managed, because it's a room of 10 people with 10 mindsets, with 10 ways of their own time, their own schedules. So again, fortunate enough that they want me to sing in their group, because male voice is also important.
And it's a rarity in CR Park.
It's a rarity in CR Park. So I'm thankful again, grace of God. So yes, and solos and group songs as well. Yes, and all the occasions, Durga Puja, Kali Puja, all the cultural programs we have celebrations throughout the year. I would say from Tagore to Nazrul Sangeet to Basant Panchami to 15th August. It's on and on and on, and that's why I'm like here, there, getting the scoldings again, coming back, fixing it up.
So, we all know that Bengalis do have Baro Mashe Taro Parbon. That's how we are always active throughout the year.
Yes.
So Tushar, why don't you sing a para for us from any of your favorite songs for our residents, for our audience?
So, Hindi or Bengali? You tell me. Bengali.
Yeah, I think.
So I will start with I'll sing a very very famous song which it's very deep. I love it. I'm trying to sing that. আমার হিয়ার মাঝে লুকিয়েছি দেখতে আমি পাইনি তোমায় দেখতে আমি পাইনি আমার হিয়ার মাঝে লুকিয়েছি বাহির পানে চোখ মেলেছি বাহির পানে আমার হৃদয় পানি চাইনি আমার হিয়ার মাঝে লুকিয়েছি দেখতে আমি পাইনি তোমায় দেখতে আমি পাইনি আমার হিয়ার মাঝে লুকিয়েছি।
Beautiful. Very nice.
Thank you so
Lovely,
much.
lovely. Thank you, Tushar. It was an amazing interaction with you. And before we close this beautiful conversation, why don't you tell our residents that about your art class so that more and more people can come and connect with you. Please share your phone number, and I think that's how we can probably help Tushar in taking this journey forward.
So thank you so much. That would really help me. So this is E836 CR Park itself, ground floor. So I have this very small area, very very private and personal of mine. So most welcome you all who would want to learn basics of art, at least not advanced but basics. For sure I'll be able to impart with my understandings and my knowledge. And 958-236-1930 is my number. Anytime. Sundays it's all fixed class. Apart from that, because it's someone to me, I am supposed to be blamed because I'm so busy with different things. So I fix the class accordingly as per your convenience and my convenience as well. So Sundays are fixed, but weekdays it can go left and right because of me. So, but yes, most welcome, please. And before they take the mic and they shut it off, I want to thank these two people. Thank you so much. They are really really close to me, and what they both are doing is extremely amazing. So all the best to both of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tushar, for this exhilarating conversation. See you viewers in our next video. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.